stuff going on. We got that one viewer that we always have that comes in on Haps right now. We don't know who they are, but hey, we're always glad to have you. I think it's some kind of automated system. Maybe Haps just checking us out, see if we're okay. All right, so we're going to start and go live on TikTok. Again, if you're coming in on recap, welcome in. We're glad to have you. Glad to see you here. So we're trying to work on getting these lives up and going. Heck, I'm not seeing anything going on Clapper today. Got a bad signal. Weston, shut your door, son. All right, is anybody coming in? Oh, there he is, Southwestern Prepper Group. How you doing today, my friend? Good to see you. I don't know if I've got a bad signal or what. Ain't got nobody coming in on Clapper. We got one person here. Turris, good to see you. Firebard, good to see you. DRH, Sunfire, good to see you. Walter, Local 7, Baseball, good to see you. Redfield Phony, good to see you. User, whatever, it's a big long number. Lady 7 Ladybug, if you're coming in, share this out. Let's get the likes up. Let's get people in. So I glanced at the daily news today. We're looking at, I think, about 1,300 Ukrainian soldiers that have been shot. Now, 5 Acre Homestead, good to have you in here. Good. Let me make sure I'm following you. Give you a follow. So we got 30 folks in here. So if you're coming in, share this out. Get the like, hit that like button. Let's get some more folks in here. Let's get this Chaos Cast29 going. Hey, Kim, I've been meaning to get Kim up here and talk with her. Kim's one of our fellow members of Prep Talk. But it's good to see everybody in here. Yeah, hit that like button, hit that share button. Let's get this mug going. Let's get this thing out. Let's get the lives out. We'll share this out. We'll get Blue Duck in here. Get some of our buddies in here. We'll share it out. All right. We'll get as many folks as we can in here in the chat. Again, hit that like button, hit that share button. Now, one thing we're going to do different today is just an experimentation with TikTok. We're going to stop the live stream. Hey, good to have everybody in here on Clapper. Beard Master, good to see you, my friend. So one of the things we're going to do, we're going to end the live on TikTok, and then we're going to restart it. So to see kind of what happens in the midst of that, if we have any difficulties, you can always watch the recap on YouTube. If you have to cut out early, you can watch the recap on YouTube, Twitter, or Facebook. And you can find all those links on our website at edge29chaos.com. You can also find links to gear. Tapping those banners will help you find the gear you need for survival and just plain, ordinary, everyday camping and recreation. And also, go give our friends at ReadyWise a look-see. Go over and check out what they got. They got these great outdoor meals that are easy to fix when you're in the outdoors. And use discount code E29TEN, E2910. Thank y'all for the likes and the shares. Thank y'all for coming in. It's good to have everybody in here. And we hope you'll join us tomorrow. Now, not everybody's into this. I understand that. But if you are, I do a devotional on Sundays because I am a Christian. I am a minister. So that's up to you. If you want to be there, we're not going to push you. We're not going to pull you. We're just going to say, hey, there that is. Come on in. We don't do our normal prepping. We don't do our normal prepping talk, I guess you'd say. During that, we just talk Bible. We get in there and pretty well do a message. So, Lord, I've done been talking so much. Get a breath in. I'm about running out of breath. So let's keep those likes going, keep those shares going, keep folks coming in. But yes, right now they're saying I think that Ukrainians have sustained about 1,300 some odd troop losses right now, and that number will keep going up. Welcome in, Safe Prep. Boss Lady, it's good to see you in here. Wind Rider, good to see you. Just Jen, good to see you. It's good to see all of you in here. Dang it. So one of the things I did want to throw out there, this is our Edge29 Chaos shirts. This one right here says, I shall not want. And you see the deer in the crosshairs because I do believe in harvesting organic meat. And I had to pull this one out of the washer. This is one of my favorite ones. This is Whom Shall I Fear? And you got that big lion head up there and the guns crossed. Whom shall I fear? I'm going to guarantee you there's some folks out there in Europe right now that's got them guns and they're ready to fight off some Russian invasion, and rightly so. Also, we got this one. This is Happy Gun, the Happy Gun Productions shirt. Now, it's supposed to have been red, but it's kind of like a faded stonewash red. But it is the demented, smiling, Happy Gun. We've had that out for a while. Want Nick back. Go Tigers. Oh, Lord. But yeah, go check that out. Iron Wolf Distributors is on our website, s29cast.com. Usually you're going to run, and this is shipping and everything, $22. That's all it is. Dr. Kenny is our friend. We met him on Clapper. He sells these shirts. Mitch Cass, thank you, buddy. Yeah, go get you one of them. Mitch Cass, let me make sure I'm following you. So Mitch Cass is over here on the Clapper app. Gave you a follow, buddy. Right now, you're in a multicast experience. We're casting Odessa, Texas. Good to see you in here. We're casting on YouTube. We're casting on Facebook. We're casting on Twitter. We're casting on TikTok. We're casting on Clapper. We got them all covered. We're talking about today's politics. And one of the things I'm going to do, probably, I'm going to do this over the next few live streams. Whoever is one of the biggest gifters in here is going to get one of the merch shirts that I have. Whoever, whether it's Clapper, whether it's TikTok, because right now I think that's the only ones I can do gifting on. But whoever is one of those, can't win an invasion against Ukraine with no weapons. Well, they not got no weapons. Not heard that one. Shotgun, calm down. Braden, hey Braden, can you come get Shotgun? So we got Shotgun. Every time he thinks he barks, he's gonna get in there, get on out of that out of the cage because we're training 2,000 babies the rest of the generation. Oh Lord. SpongeBob SquarePants. Lightfoot Farm, good to have you in here. So there's that threat, that possible threat of nuclear war looming on the horizon. Will Russia hit the button? Will they send that nuke our way? Send a volley of nukes our way? There is the scenario where we'll get most of them, but a few of them will hit certain areas, and then you're going to have to deal with the fallout and where it's going to go. And I guess the main thing I wanted to talk about today is, are you ready to evacuate? Now some of you may not have to evacuate in this process, but depending on where the fallout's blowing, where the wind's blowing, where that radiation is going to end up, you may have to evacuate before it starts getting too rough there. Are you ready to evacuate? Do you have the base minimum that FEMA tells you to have? Are you ready to be in a FEMA camp? Hey, P-Bone, how you doing, man? It's good to see you. Okay, Mitch Cass, I'm sorry. I didn't know you was a female. But they got shot down and they'll be flattened by 5 countries waiting on standby. Media is the devil. Yeah, media is the devil. We do believe that. Yeah, we've been worried about it. But one thing I'd say, the general person needs to be ready to evacuate. We've seen Katrina. We've seen numerous hurricanes. We've seen numerous, we had the tornadoes here in 2011. You have all these things happening where people just were not ready to go when it was time to hop in the truck or get out on foot and get going. Are you prepared to go? Are your children prepared to go? Now, the main thing is, do you have your supplies? The base minimum is 3 days of food and water and emergency supplies, to keep warm, whatever. Nowhere Ranch is already evacuated. They're out in the country probably. Are you ready? Big bluffers and cowards. That's why they pick on weak countries. And yeah, we have been preparing. That's good, Mitch Cass. So I'm doing pretty good, Jared Dale. Good to see you too, my friend. So are you prepared? Do you have your bug out bag? Do you have your go bag? Are you ready to get out of Dodge? Let's say the power goes out in your whole city. Maybe there is a cyber attack and you got to get out of that city. There's some factors we've got to take into consideration. The Patch 19, good to see you. One of the things that I've thought about is my kids. I've got younger kids. And they can't carry a whole lot, you know. I mean, yeah, kids can do more than what people think. And my kids, I've trained to do a whole lot. But this is one of my kids' bug out bags, and it's a hydration pack specifically. I feel like one of your main things that you need to worry about with your kids is they may not fully understand how to, disinfect water. So one of the things I have on this is a water filter. Now, not on this. I don't know if it's on this one specifically yet. I have one I put on for demonstration. But one of them I had it on for demonstration. But there's a water filter. And there are a lot of these water filtration systems that can hook into your hydration bag. You hook the hydration bag into the one side, and the other side hooks into your hydration bag. And so that takes away, that gives your child days and days and days worth of water. So again, I'm going to ask everybody at this point, share this out. Let's share this out. Let's get the likes up. Here in a minute, I'm going to end the TikTok stream, and we're going to start it right back up because that seems to be how the best way to get the TikTok pushed out. The rest of it, we're going to keep going. Y'all hang out. Y'all keep hanging out with us, and we're going to keep going. We'll start that, and you'll get to kind of see some break in the action. But you think about it, that gives your kids days and days of hydration. That's the main thing they need. The body can go for days without food, but it can only go like 3 days at most, maybe less time, depending on the climate. How you doing there, Grateful Garden Son? Good to see you. Nukes will be late. Yeah, you're right about that, Nelson. But it gives your child a chance. Let's say something happens to you. Let's say you get separated. Maybe they are on their own. The kids, I think about that. Mine, they have maybe a little different than a lot of other kids, but they have axes, they have shovels, they have knives. They've got their tarps to make shelters. My children have been training on this as of late. They've got food in here. One of them said, that food looks nasty. I said, well, I know you won't eat it till you really get hungry. They've got a way to make a fire. So one of the things is, and this one in particular, he's the older little kid. He's in the middle. He has a multi-tool. Rita Lane, good to see you. Sent a burst to Dennis Bunch. I don't know what a burst is, but it's good to see you, Rita Lane. But that is the one thing, I got these RX bars, and they said, I don't like them RX bars. Well, that way I know you're not going to just eat up all your food at once. Appalachian Mountains is good. Yeah, that's probably one of the best places to be. You got a lot of water sources, and a lot of wild food sources in Appalachia. And, we got this old shovel. It's an old survival shovel, but basically, I don't count on them survival tools that come with the survival shovels like this, but they are good, solid digging tools. Also, you could probably take a tree down with one of them if need be. But that gives your kid, if they get separated from you, way more sustainability and survivability in the field. Then you got to think about maybe you can't make it to a one of the evacuation camps. Maybe your car breaks down, or the roads are full. Yeah, and that's true. But even then, too, I think, certain areas might have to evacuate in the boonies if we did have a nuclear threat. We can say it won't happen, but then it might. We can say, something's not going to happen here, but heck, the dam may break down the river here, and I may be having to evacuate for a while till we can, they can get everything restored over here. It might wipe everything out. And I don't plan on bugging out, but then I might get overrun and have to. So, we got to consider that. Do you have food that you can grab and take with you? Now, when you're talking about a family, especially with small kids, that's always been the thing. Thank you, Rita Lane. Thank you for for what you said. Or said you always have great information. Well, I thank you. I thank you. Rita Lane, you gave it. You just gave us a gift. Thank you. Thank you for the gift. Again, that still stands. If you're interested in one of the shirts, the highest gifter over the. I'm going to say probably the next week of lives, I'm going to be giving out one of these merch shirts to somebody. We'll send that to you in the continental U.S. That's because right now he doesn't do outside the U.S. So I try to be, Nelson Bob. I try to be, but I got a lot of smart people surrounding me. There's a whole lot of safety in the midst of good counselors, and I got a lot of good counselors that have surrounded me here on TikTok and Clapper and various other apps. Oh, you want one, Mitch Cash? Well, hey, you hit that gift button. We're going, whoever's one of the biggest gifters, you get one of them. But let's get again. I'm gonna ask everybody, hit that share button, hit that like button wherever you're at. Share this to your social. Share this out to your different. If you're on something besides what we are doing, if you're on an app we're not streaming to, because we're on TikTok, we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on Clapper. Haven't forgotten. We're on Haps itself. Yes, I'm multi-streaming on here read along, as well as I got 2 other cameras set up. I'm working on getting the right software to stream to, as many apps as we can. We have the recap through Haps on YouTube. So, again, hit that gift button if you're wanting to get in the running for the shirt. Actually, I'm gonna have to remember to write down. Read along was one of our gifters on the multicast. Now, multicast is gonna take a whole. Whoa. We're losing stuff. I usually have my old light pen, but I lost it the other day. That's a sad thing. Let me grab a pencil. There we go. I'm gonna write that down. Shirt giveaway, read along. Yeah, I'm multi-streaming on all these apps. Try to do that every time. Let me see. I'll have to keep up with the gifters. The top gifter is read along. What I'll do is the top gifter every day will be put in a pool, and then I'll pull a name from that hat, and we will send a shirt, and then we'll announce who it is. We'll announce who it is on a video or on one of the lives. Yes. If in your home in the city, just get out. Yeah, don't. I've had a lot of people that are in the city that's talked about, what if you can't bug out? And I do understand you may have relatives that are sick, that are unable to travel. You may have small children and you're just not able to get out in time because of the cluster of traffic in the roads. Now, I'm going to suggest things going on foot or going by water. And also one of our friends, and I hadn't seen him in a while. He may have got bananaed. He says he does that. He's got numerous accounts, but Prepper Nation. He was talking about if you had a number of people that could go and take over a warehouse section. You could take over a warehouse section and be able to defend it. Now, let's see what's going on here. All right, we do not allow politics in here. If anybody brings up anything, you can voice your piece, but if we start saying anything about politics, we will have to boot you. Now, I hadn't seen anybody say anything about Joe Biden, and I don't understand what was going on there. So if you went up in the comments and dug something out, we will have to boot you out and block you. So Nickel Bay, keep that bull crap out of here. We're not talking politics, but we are talking prepping. So it's good to have you in here if you're looking to get prepared for anything that may be coming your way. So, this is Marita Marie. Okay, well, it's good to see you on here, Rita Marie. Let's see here. All right. So going by water, we were looking at you can build a raft. Now I know that sounds a little far-fetched, but I watch this guy. His name's Zachary Fowler. He's muted 5 minutes. All right, you're muted 5 minutes. You can say your piece later, but we're not talking politics. Thank y'all, Broken Pieces Ministry. three most important things on the prep list. Well, first off, that's going to be water and food and shelter, basically, or a way to keep yourself dry, create a microclimate. And two, creating a microclimate would also include, I guess, the ability to make fire. So I'd say really it's going to be a threefold question. You want to stay hydrated, and as crazy as it sounds, food actually will be lower on the list than fire, shelter, and water, because you need a fire to keep warm, you need a shelter to create a microclimate, you need water to stay hydrated, to be able to get a good night's sleep. It's hard to sleep on an empty stomach, but if you can heat up water and you can drink it, it'll help keep your body from getting from feeling those hunger pains. All right, now water, food, and no electricity preps. That's true. Hey, I don't like how you put that there, Broken Pieces Ministry, because no electricity preps, that covers a whole bunch of stuff. Things you can transport more specifically. No, we're not going to do that today. I think she was wanting to do a battle. But things you can transport specifically, water, shelter. But I'm going to say that the main thing, I got it right here. One of your main things you need to have, above all, because you can usually figure out how to do anything with this. Your knife. Now, this is a 1075 high carbon steel knife. 1095 is better. This right here, you can start a fire by striking it with a chert rock from the bag, or you could use it as you could get you a little hole drilled in here, make you a fire bow drill. Have your little base for a fire bow drill. A knife's going to be one of your main things. You can make a shelter. You can start a fire. You can create the stuff to start a fire. Lord help us. You can create the stuff to start a fire with. Malcolm, good to see you, Malcolm. I got my buddy Malcolm over here. You can make traps to gather food. Nowhere Ranch. What did you say there? Fire metal pan machete. Fire metal pan machete. Okay, Nowhere Ranch. Tell me that one right there. Explain. Hey, Jeremy, how you doing, buddy? Fire metal pan machete. Fire metal pan. Okay, so you're saying you would have a way to make fire, a metal pan, and a machete. There you go. Yeah, exactly. Because that's going to be your basis. You're going to have your water. You're going to be able to make shelter with the machete. You're going to be able to create the microclimate with the fire. Yeah. Now you're in Australia. I've got a friend in Australia, and he goes by the tag Seared Soul, and so he's talked a lot about the things you deal with over there. And I would say, yes, a knife is going to be universally the best thing that you can have for survival. So I'm going to go ahead and say it in the middle of this. Let's get the shares out. Let's get the likes up. I'm going to bring, Nowhere Ranch, I'm sorry. Sometimes I miss what people are doing and saying in there. All right, Jeremy, you got an invite sent. Nowhere Ranch, I'm going to send you an invite. Uh-oh. Okay.
Hey, what's going on, man?
What you doing, buddy?
Not much, making dinner.
Making dinner. Oh, what are y'all having?
Roast beef, mashed potatoes, and green beans.
All right. That sounds good to me. Let's see here.
We got snow today, so roast beef was on it. So.
Okay. Pilot Cabin Man, welcome in, my friend. Oh, you don't have the bandwidth, all right. So Nowhere Ranch, she's that's one of our moderators. They don't got the bandwidth to come up. Brian Wag, thanks for coming in. Kay Kennedy, thanks for coming in. Gabriel Garcia, 54, thanks for coming in. So we're talking about, somebody asked the top 3 things to carry in your preparedness bag. So Pallet Cabin Man, I'm going to hit you up first, and then I'm going to go to Jeremy. Pallet Cabin Man, what's the top 3 things in your go bag?
Well, it's a knife, somehow to make fire, and obviously, like a blanket or something to keep warm. I mean, and then after that, you can pretty much find whatever you need. Yep. Nice blanket. Mm-hmm. They're cheap. free. Who knows? You know, I come across all sorts of stuff like that.
I know, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Pal Cam. I'm sorry.
You know what? You can carry bouillon, so when you have water, at least something will, you know, you make water and then you have bouillon. It fills your stomach a little bit, at least you think it is.
Jeremy, Broken Pieces Ministry says that's Kim. She's gonna be having the roast beef tomorrow, just like you. Nowhere Ranch. Where you gonna boil the water in? Well, you could take your knife and split open a log, hollow it out, put the water in there, and throw hot rocks in there to boil the water, and that would disinfect it too. All right, Jeremy, you go. What is going to be your top 3 things to take with you?
All right, so number 1, just because easier to have one than to make one is a knife.
Yeah.
Flat out. Number 2, I'm going to be looking at probably something to cook with, honestly.
Yeah.
And then it depends on, is this a bug out bag or is this a freaking get home bag?
Let's just say same principle for both. You're going to need the initial 3, basic survival.
The reason why, all right, so the reason why I say that is there's a old military euphemism that goes, the more you know, the less you need. So when it comes to that, when you have somebody who's trained or has practiced or what have you, they're going to have multiple ways to start a fire. You give me any kind of a vehicle, I can start a fire about 3-4 different ways with just the stuff on the vehicle, especially if it's my vehicle. Be it the battery, or be it I usually keep a little bit of chlorine, like some chlorine tabs and stuff in my trunk. You add that to your brake fluid, that's going to start a fire. Any of your glycerin and potassium pertagamate, which is usually in your medical kits, those are really easy to start a fire with. You go through, of course, I could start a fire with a bow drill or stick or a push drill. I mean, it all depends on who it is and the skills that you have in your head. If you go through and if it's a get home bag, I'm going to want a compass. I can come up with everything else. If it's a bug out bag, like get out bag, I'm going to want some protection. So it all depends on what your skills are and what the intent is.
All right,
if you're at home and it's your go bag to get out of there, you're going to want a weapon. If it's your get home bag, you're going to want a way to find out to get home. Find a way to get home.
So 93, 93, 93. So triple 93, we're going to call you that. Triple 93 here. What should you be aiming to gather, build while you are still functional? And I'm going to say you're going to want to an AR-15. Yeah, you always bring AR-15 with you. But you're going to want to have you keeping your body temperature regulated, staying hydrated, and getting basically a good night's sleep are the main concerns if you are in any situation. So are you in a cold climate? You need to make a shelter to create a microclimate. Like Jeremy said, the more you know, the less you carry. But sometimes you don't got the option to carry. You're out in the car on a trip. You might have accidentally left your bag. You can create debris shelters. You can create raised beds to cover yourself with leaves and stay warm. You can create a fire to help aid with that. You can create a fire like a windbreak for that fire to circulate against. And a lot of that goes back to your knife. And then boiling water, you do really want to have something to boil water in because it's going to be easier than sitting there busting a log opening. And so here's the thing. You cannot boil water in one of these. Most of us have them now. Cannot boil water in these until you release the pressure and pare it down to a single wall because it's really hard to boil and it could explode. but you're going to be able to find something on your vehicle. Usually you can boil water in, and Jeremy brought that up. And staying hydrated is being able to get at least 4 hours of sleep, being able to stay fairly hydrated, and to stay warm. Those are going to be your main initial goals of survival.
One thing that
preparedness.
I hate to cut in here, but one thing that I learned when I was younger, and mind you, I used to teach the cold weather survival, and one thing that I learned from earlier in my life, I had one point in my life where I was homeless between the Marine Corps and the Army. And I learned from an older homeless guy.
They deer kill.
And it worked. And it was one of those things, it was one of the smarter things I learned, was that if you are stuck and you're in an extreme cold climate, do not sleep at night. Sleep during the day when it's warmer. Then at night, that's when you tend your fire. That's when you move. That's when you take care of stuff, because you can keep moving.
Okay, well, here's one thing we know.
Yeah.
Weaver Lad said, I think the white guy with the beard is the smartest one in here. So, I mean, Pilot Cabin Man, Jeremy, it's between you two right now. we had a black guy with a beard, but he didn't show up. So, I mean, he's a little smarter than us. But, we defer to him. But yeah.
Going back to the car thing, where you said about survival in your car, Les Stroud had one of those survival parts in one of his videos. Remember them kids that got stuck in, I don't know, Montana or something? Their truck got stuck, and then the guy who goes and walks off. He showed how to strip down your car, take the foam out of your seats, take the covers off the seats. All sorts of stuff. Start a tire on fire, stuff like that. Obviously, trying to bug out, start a tire on fire and crack people. They showed you how to do things.
That's one of the things recently when, you had was it I-95 where people were trapped? You had Dave Canterbury. He met the media over at one of the gas stations, and he was showing, ways to be prepared in your car. It's kind of wild because, see, we thought summer was coming down here, and then all of a sudden we got snow on the ground today. I got sunburnt yesterday, and then I'm sitting in here trying to snuggle up and stay warm with my wife today because it's 20 degrees outside. So, when 93 blizzard hit.
The Kazakhstan when I went outside.
Now, what's that?
It felt like Kazakhstan when I went outside. I thought I was back in Russia. I was like, holy crap.
Oh, Lord, you was in Russia for a little while?
All right, so when all the guys that go to Afghanistan go through Kazakhstan, they stop in Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan used to be a part of Russia. It used to be owned by Russia. Now owned by Russia again. But it's one of those things of it. Even though they changed hands, it's still the same damn place. Bitter cold, nothing but windswept snow and damn misery. We're talking middle of summer, and they're talking, hey, we may get a snow front. So
that's like when 93 hit down here, people was stuck in their cars wearing short and t-shirt because that morning it was like 70-something degrees with high humidity, and then bam, you hear the thunderclap and a foot of snow on the ground, everything froze up. All right, now, boys, what I'm about to do, this is going to be an experiment to kind of see what we can do with TikTok. I'm going to end this live. It's still going to be going on the other apps. I'm going to end it here, and then I'm going to restart it. So can y'all two come back in after I restart this mug?
yeah, I can do that.
All right. So everybody that's here, I'm going to end it and restart it, and that way we can kind of push the content out more, get more of the information out, because a lot of times, most of the guests has already gone offline. That was Pilot Cabin Man. So sometimes we have a hard time. I don't know if they want to limit preppers or what, but we're going to end it, restart it. So come right back. S29 Chaos.
Sure how they work.
Oh, crap. I forgot I'm going on these two right here. Y'all forgive me. Lord help. Well, we got one of them things. We got one of them things where I forgot. I was on 2 other live streams, so y'all gonna forgive me there. That went out on live. Did I really do that on purpose, or did I? Am I faking that? Who knows? All right, we're sending her out back to TikTok. That's just one of them little knee-jerk reactions right there that you have. We got 2 people in here already. F the government. I don't say that word, but I don't like the government too much. Everybody's coming back in. Rita, you caught that, didn't you? Everybody on Clapper probably seen that. Y'all forgive me. Did I really do that on purpose? Or did I not? Or nobody knows. Did I really forget? Everybody go out there and say, oh, Dennis Must turn to big and loose. Chucking and digging. Jay Basil, Johnny Smalls. So welcome back. We have restarted this live again. Just a girl, $4. Good to see you. We've got more. Whoa, somebody gave a gift. Who was that? Dad, blame. Who sent? Yellow Cake. Yellow Cake, you're in the running for a shirt, buddy. Giving out a shirt right there. Oh, Lord. Yellow Cake. He's one of our top gifters there. So we're giving away a shirt today. If we got some new folks coming in, do I have a lazy eye? No, I ain't got no lazy eye. Jeremy's back. We're going to throw Jeremy up there. All right, so we're giving away a shirt today here on this live. And over the next week, whoever our biggest gifters is going to be put in the running for one of these Whom Shall I Fear shirts. Whom shall we fear? Pally Cabin Man is back. There we go. Hey, it worked, Jeremy. We're up to 47 people. We might have to end this on TikTok about 4 more times before we're done.
Oh, God.
Hey, Yellow Cake, good to see you, my friend.
It's interesting the way that they set these freaking the algorithm up.
Yeah, it's crazy. I've seen people do this before, and I thought, well, we'll utilize that. We'll do it.
What was that?
Any way to trick it?
Yeah, you got to trick that algorithm. Hey, I'm going to tell y'all, boys.
It's sort of like oh, go ahead. Go.
I ended this live, and normally when I end a live, if I've been having to hold a fart in or something, I'll turn it loose. I went over and I still had these 2 going, and I wasn't thinking. I ended up.
I can't hear you, man.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now they do this.
Can you hear me now?
Can now.
Yeah, I turned it off to restart it, and I turned loose one because that's just the knee-jerk reaction. Because when I'm done, my brother's asking if I got the batteries for the drills, and I did during that trailer. But yeah, I did. I wasn't. I was. It's like my mind went blank, and it's like I forgot I had like 5 other apps still going over here, and I said, Did I do it on purpose? Did I really forget? Nobody knows. So Brian Wag says 1 cubic yard of organic soil produces enough electricity to charge your cell phone endlessly. Okay, so how does that work? Can anybody explain that?
You gotta think everything living has electric charge, so all those microbes in there probably just were giving it the charge, unless he's talking about thermal.
So, can you harness that energy? 93 is wanting to know that. So, how would you harness it? Is there? That's what I'm wondering.
That's a really high level of science right there. I know they've done it where you can, how do I say it? Like, you can harness the electricity out of potatoes and stuff like that. It's got to be roughly the same concept, but done a little bit differently. You know what I mean?
Now, my friend Yellow Cake over on Clapper saying earth batteries, we can also make them out of concrete or anything that has electrolytes, cathode and anode. Okay. So that's something to study into, earth batteries. I've never heard that term. Now, have y'all heard about the nuclear waste batteries that they've come up with that supposedly hold charge? The what?
diamonds now. They're using diamonds and crystals.
I'm not sure. I know they were using some kind of nuclear waste, and they made this battery that's just like got this insane longevity, and it could power like the basic needs of a city. But we won't ever see that because they can't make money off that. Brown Wag pulled 1 volt out of turmoil.
I guarantee the one place that will see that, and it won't be in our lifetime, will be the aerospace technologies.
Yeah.
They'll see it for like missions to Mars. They'll see it for like missions to the moon. See it for missions in outer space, but we won't see it down here.
Now we're getting in a dangerous.
Long time.
We're getting in a dangerous subject. Pallet Cabin Man remembers. Jeremy, I don't know if you were in here the last time we said this. We got talking on this conspiracy route. But do we already have that in aerospace? Do we already have a space fleet? Space Force was just the declassification process.
Oh, who knows?
Y'all know I really want to go to Mars one day.
Now I want to past anybody.
I watched a lot of that Firefly, and I really like the idea of space cowboys. I really love that whole idea of space cowboys. The new frontier. Except I'm gonna be a little more Captain Picard a little bit there, instead of that Mal over there because I'm bald. You're a redneck Captain Picard. What y'all boys think about that?
Now remember, Picard was known for freaking jumping around from every species to species. I'm surprised he didn't die of oh no, it wasn't Picard, it was, what's his name?
Kirk, and then the one, Lord, what was his name? Picard's right-hand man. I'd know it if I wasn't trying to think about it. Riker, yeah. Riker, he was the one that hooked up with old Terry Hatcher.
I'm surprised either one of them didn't come down with any number of friggin' space STDs.
Get that Martian syphilis over. I'm gonna tell you what, stuff start turning you purple. Purple people eater over there. It's gotten dark fast for Graybeard Man is LO. Hey, Pallet Cabin Man, they're calling you Graybeard Man down here. It got pretty dark over there. The sun just set.
Yeah, it went down quick.
Is that the sun setting, or is that some kind of invasion force coming in? We done went to aliens. We might as well say. Who knows? Mushroom cloud. Try to have some fun on here. But yeah, I like that whole idea of space cowboys. It kind of brings back the frontier. When you look at survival, you see a lot of things in cowboys, and you see a lot of things in the Native American culture. See a lot of things in the mountain man culture. A lot of things with our looks cool with the moon. It does look cool. Are you gonna give us a howl there, Pallet Cabin Man?
Yeah, I'm not.
He's fixing to transform.
Well, and I totally agree with what you're saying. It would be cool for us finally to start traveling and exploring again, because the people that did that were amazing. The people that did that had gumption to them. They weren't. They were scared, but they didn't stop. Mm-hmm. It was one of those things that we had someplace to strive to.
Yeah.
Every time that we have something to strive to, people they show their best selves.
Yeah, and you got a place. You got a place where the people that would get in trouble in normal society can go to get that steam out. You know what I'm saying? It gives them a place. The warriors can be warriors, and that's a good thing. Whether they're women or men nowadays. But yeah, I don't know. You see it in the kids these days, and I've seen people bring it up. This Red Dead Redemption, all these adventure series. Now, the kids, they want the adventures that have been there for men forever. They're just going online to do it. And one of the amazing things I've seen here recently with my son's generation is this obsession with Red Dead Redemption. Pallet Cabin Man must have lost some bandwidth. He stepped out. But we wanted to get my son, my oldest son, a lever action 30-30 so he could go hunting. But he specifically wanted that because the Cowboys had those lever action rifles in Red Dead. So I went to looking for one. Yeah. You used to get one for $200 or $300. I even have one offered for $150 from a neighbor over here who's trying to make a quick buck. You know how much them things are now?
About $700-800.
Yeah.
I know. I just bought a lever action 357. It cost me almost $700.
Exactly. It's insane that, see, the interest is there. It's like the stage is being set for something of that nature where people are going to have to, have their wits. They're going to have that old style of, we're going to have to take our own survival into our hands. People want to go back to farming. People are preparing for things like they used to. People are learning skills again. We're literally seeing, the new Wild West kind of forming, and these kids are seeing it before we are, in a way. So, but we wasn't able to get him a lever action.
Also, too, that whole Western mountain man genre, that has always touched the chord with so many Americans, people, not even Americans, people all over the world.
Yeah.
Because of that gritty stuff, freaking, you can provide, you can do it yourself, that self-reliant, kind of fight against the man, and freaking. It was that, and even though, it was that aggressiveness, it was that the Cowboys were like the American version of the samurai. It was the dude that people messed with, but they really didn't mess with.
Yeah.
And people are wanting to get back to that. That's the reason why Yellowstone 1880.
Oh my gosh! Did you watch it?
People are eating them up. Oh yeah. And people are eating it up, and it's because it brings them back to what it used to be.
Yeah, I does that podcast. Yeah. Now I watched that. What did you say? It's 1886. Is that the name of it?
Was it 86 or 83?
Yeah.
It had Tim McGraw and his wife in it.
Yeah, and that little girl from Hide, Fight, Run, she was in there.
Yep.
And I loved Hide, Fight, Run, by the way, too. That was a great movie.
She was also on Young Sheldon, too.
I ain't watched that show before. I've heard of it.
She's the older brother's, not girlfriend, but pretty close to it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I watched that show and I really liked it. It really kind of showed, what... And this is the thing I look at. I keep thinking bug out. I'm trying to counsel those people that are starting in this, trying to give people that they may have never planned on it. We're going to give them a fighting chance. We're going to show them how to do some things. So viable, good to see. That was a similar situation. You had settlers coming in that literally had no understanding, and they broke their teeth right there on the frontier. Walking, some of them had oxen instead of horses.
Swimming, that was the one that got me. And I looked it up.
Hey, Savannah.
It was true that they weren't allowed to swim in Europe, that they weren't allowed to swim in places, that they would get arrested or killed.
Well, they've had knife laws in Europe for, off and on for centuries. I remember at one time, one of the kings outlawed pointed blades in homes because people were getting fights around the tables. And they'd be spearing potatoes with their knife and start fighting each other at the table. And so they outlawed it. And that's, I think, where the fork came in. But, yeah, they were drinking the water without boiling it. And I could see so many people, making that mistake in certain places. And it'd be hard to...
To a point, you're going to do it.
If you get thirsty, yeah. I mean, yeah. And you see that animal over there, he's fine. I'm going to take a swig, too. But depending on where you're at, that swig might be your last. But it's out there that there's my boy. We wasn't able to get the lever action because there was none we could afford at the time, and so we looked at the Rough Rider Heritage pistols, the little single shot, single action 22. We already had the ammo, and then you can swap it over to 22. Hey, Braden, take that dog out. Get the leash. Man, that dog, I'm telling you, he's learned. He barks. He gets out. And if you don't take him out, he just keeps going. He's persistent. But we got the little Rough Rider heritage, and they've kind of them and Ruger are kind of capitalizing on that old west, genre, because I think they're seeing it, and they're getting that cowboy pistol out. Did you see that holster I made?
No, I didn't.
I made a little leather holster. I wasn't about to pay no $50 for no quick draw holster, so I just made him something fit on his belt and looked a little bit like what he had. And again, it's just we have our general gun training and things. We don't just turn him loose out in the streets with no revolver. And we don't got, and you don't got to worry about nobody getting hold of that and doing a school shooting or nothing. None of his buddies, because 522 bullets, they ain't gonna do nothing. Not much.
Well, not only that, imagine trying to quick load that.
Oh yeah. That's broken.
The only movie I saw where they quick loaded that was quick as heck was that one had the tower, the Dark Tower.
Yeah.
Stephen King's The Dark Tower.
That wasn't even realistic either. So. Bro, have you ever ordered chicks from Cackle Hatchery? Kim's asking about chicken. Now, I've ordered from Murray when we were kids. I mainly bought at Tractor Supply. Cackle, I've had a couple people talk about buying from Cackle. They would get deals. But what would your Myers is good. What's your suggestion?
We've done it three different ways. We've done Tractor Supply, we've done Rural King, and we've bought from a private seller.
Yeah.
The private seller will never buy from again because the birds that we got, about half of them were older than what they said. We ended up losing about out of, I want to say 20 of them. We now have 8 left after the winter because they just weren't in good shape. Whereas every other bird that we've had has done well. As far as those private dealers, those private sellers, I'd say go for it because they're there. They actually will back their product. They'll back their birds. Mm-hmm. As long as you can actually talk to somebody, like actually get on the phone and talk to somebody, it should be worthwhile.
Now, we got a question.
Picking up more from a private dealer later.
Yeah. Well, one of the things you got to look at with some of these bigger dealers, they say sometimes these chickens get they're kind of lazy or lethargic. I don't know if that's to do with the breeding or whatnot, but I've noticed I have a hard time getting my hens to brood. They're a dual purpose chicken. They should brood, but I've had to hatch the eggs. Now, let's see, Mitch Cast is wanting to know about a shotgun. Now, my suggestion on shotgun, you want to look at something. I always look for military grade when I go for a firearm. And when you're looking at shotguns, like a lot of people want to buy these cheap pump actions. And the thing with those, and I'm not downing anybody that's got one, but a cheap pump action, a lot of times what people don't realize, if you drop that thing while you're out hunting, while you're running through the house with that, you could just basically destroy that gun in a heartbeat. Now, we're talking about Mossberg 88s, Mossberg 500s, Savages. Now, when you're looking at something military grade, you look at Mossberg 590s, you look at Remington 870s. They are, the military actually uses those shotguns. Now, the Mossberg 500, now if you're on Clapper, Ignatius Riley has sported that wonderful looking Mossberg 590 with a bayonet. And when I still have my 590, I almost was about to go buy one. Hey, Amar, good to see you, my friend. So one of the reasons about the Mossberg 590 I like, you've got that really thick barrel. So they made that for the Navy. If they're going to hit those ports in the ships or anywhere, if there was somebody got on the ship, they didn't want the gun to get warped. It's all metal. If you drop it, it's not going to run the receiver. Now, and 870's the same way. Tried and true. I think they had 870 trench guns. Ithacas, if you can find them, those are supposed to be good. And the
Benelli's are good.
Benelli's.
And honestly, Beretta makes a shotgun that's really good now. And but it's a high end. We're talking, it costs some money.
$1,000 or more. And then if you want to.
Now there is a newcomer out on the shotgun scene that does pump action as well as the semi-auto that has actually been shown to be really good, and that's the Black Aces.
I've not heard of them.
And so, yeah, it's a newer company. All their guns are made out of Turkey, but they're actually standing up, and they do pretty good. I've seen those. I've seen a lot of the new guns and shotguns and stuff come out of Turkey are surprisingly good quality.
Turkey's had some good stuff. What is that pistol? It come with everything. It come with grips.
Everyone goes for Canik.
What is it?
Canik,
yeah. And like you got it's this polymer. I mean, like I had a buddy that bought one. He's like, dude, I got this good deal. I said, I've heard them are good. Now, I've never owned one, but I've heard a lot of good about them.
I've got one, and I love it. I have not been able to push that thing hard enough to jam it. What is
the trigger pull on that thing?
Oh, God, it's light as heck. I haven't even measured it. We're talking, it's not just that it's a light trigger pull. It's crisp. We're talking the stop before the break is amazing. You could actually feel it when it resets. It's ridiculous.
What about the muzzle flip? I mean, just in general, don't got no muzzle flip?
Now I have the SFX 9, so it's the full length barrel, and we're talking that thing. It's as steady as a drum. I can go through and I can put at about 30, 40 feet easy.
Brayden, shut that door. Sorry.
And hit a $half size target. It's an accurate pistol.
So it's right out the box, it's user friendly, it's accurate. It all them things that keep a bullet from going in one place. This has got what it needs to keep it going in that, to get those groupings you want. I don't know how we got on that, but I'm glad we did. I love good gun talk. Oh yeah, that person asked about Mitch Cass asking about the shotgun. Mitch Cass just said, I want one right now. It's a Canik. What did you call it, Jeremy? A Canik?
It's a Canik. I have the TPS SFX9.
TPSFX9.
Birthday last year.
All right. And it comes with everything, Mitch Cass. It's going to have, hey, Kevin, what are you doing? My friend Kevin, he's from Australia. He's come in. But yeah, I've heard so much good. You got me wanting to get one. I recently sold my carry pistol, and because I'm wanting to get me a Glock 43X, and I already had 10.
My wife has one. She loves it.
Yeah, the Glock 43 I had is great. I mean, I got the whole grip on it. I had a 10-round mag. Hey, buddy, I've been everywhere. I finally got a job now where I can do this regularly, so it's good. I always throw me donuts. My buddy Kevin May, he's in the running now over here. It'll cost me $20 to send him a shirt over to Australia, but I send him stuff anyways. He was one of my first big supporters, and I sent him a bug out bag, and it took him 4 months to get it in Australia, but he was happy when he got it. Seared so. Write him down. I'm doing a shirt giveaway today. Oh yeah, he was telling me about. He's a truck driver over there, so he was telling me how it was. So I'm giving this away over the next week. to the biggest gifter. So right now we got Read Along on Haps, Yellow Cake and Seared Soul on there. Yellow Cake's the #1 giver on. If Kevin gets up to top gifter, he will get in the if he can beat what Yellow Cake gave, he's going to be able to be in the running for the shirt. But yeah, he says he used it. I sent him a Mora, one of them Mora 511s, and he's in love with it.
Yeah.
You know, he got pulled over by the police with that thing, and he had to prove that he was using it for work, and because he does a lot of different occupations, and he in the running, yeah. But hey, it's going to be whoever wins the draw here at the end of the week. But yeah, he said he was telling me about it. He said he had to get over there and prove to the police he had a job because Australia, they got strict knife laws. Kev, what do you think about this little bad boy right here? It's a bush lore. I'm about to have to get up off of here now. We've had a pretty good go. And how long have we been going? About an hour?
I know I've been on here with you for about 30 minutes or so.
Yeah.
I wasn't on for your full time.
Yeah, so it's been close to an hour. I try to keep it around an hour, and then I got to take a break. I've been doing this. I'm on 5 days a week now. So, well, until they tell me I'm working a Saturday. And so I can kind of...
Send me a message and tell me a few times.
Yeah, I'm going to try and do this around 6 every night, 5:36. And so I'm afraid to set a live time, and I almost did the other night. And then my brother said, hey, we're working till dark. And I said, I'm glad I didn't set that because I wouldn't have been live. We were taking down a metal building, and man, I got fried too. But I did get to go on, but it was just later, about 6:30.
Well, I got to get off here because it's dinner time, man.
All right, bud, we'll see you, man. We're going to, I'm going to do a couple closings.
I'll talk to you later.
We'll see you tomorrow.
And I'll be sending you a article here soon.
Oh yeah, everybody go read Jeremy's blog about his article about Possibles bags. We are taking in contributors for the blog. We're trying to build a resource. So if you've got an article, hey, send it to me. We'll get it on there. We'll get you some pictures on there. We'll get you some links to your socials, and we'll try and get your name out there as an affiliate of Edge29 Chaos. And we're going to have that blog. It's going to be a free resource to everybody. Jeremy, I'm going to let you go, man. Y'all have a good dinner.
All right. We'll see you later.
See you later. Bye.
All right.
Yeah, hey, Kev, thank you for them donuts, bud. So, Kev has been one of my longtime friends. I hated that he come in here at the end of it when I was about to get off. I'll get him up here and y'all can hear that wonderful. He talks like this. He's like, hey, Mike, what are you doing, man? He's going to get on me because he says I don't sound nothing like him. I don't sound nothing like him. But, go check out the blog entries. I'm working on some more blogs to get on there. It's kind of sporadic. Like anything I do it's sporadic as I go. And then I can kind of work it into a good solid, I get my process together. So we're going to be trying to get more things up about old tools, pictures and diagrams from the books for how to sharpen certain tools that maybe you don't know how to sharpen because nobody around still uses them. I've been trying to kind of put that on there about some of these old hand woodworking tools. I've also got some processes for making furniture that I've got in a book. I've got different books, and these are old books from, I say old, but they're from the 70s, 60s. I've even got one from the 30s, and it's really, really old. But we're going to try and get some things on there, and I've learned how to write an article without writing or typing. And so I'm just going to use the voice type on my Google Docs, and then we're going to paste the copy out mug. We're going to put it in there on the GoDaddy website, and then you'll have a resource to go back and look at. Join our email list if you haven't already. You're going to get updates. I'm not doing them daily, but as I get this process going further along and I'm able to invest more time around work, because we're in a busy season when you're in the construction business. Moving so fast, I dropped a drill on my face the other day. So just pray for me down here. But at least we're not going to take a punch. But we're gonna be getting some things on there, some resources to help you learn to grow in your bushcraft. Hey, Slide, thanks, buddy. Thank you for the gifts. This has been a good, blessed live. We got a lot of good friends coming in here. Thank you, Slide. Y'all give Slide a follow, give Kevin May a follow, and give Yellow Cake a follow. Give them folks a follow. And if you're on house, give old Rita Long a follow. But again, thank y'all for coming in. So, again, we're going to give our spiel. Go to edge29chaos.com, read the articles. Hey, if you're looking for good products, tap those links. We got gear links. We got links to anything you could need for preparedness, for homesteading, for survival. If you're a hiker, if you're a camper, if you're a backcountry woodsman, you're looking for resources. We also have ReadyWise. ReadyWise meals. They are some of the easiest to put together out in the field. Hey, thanks for the gifts, Mitch Cass. Thanks for the gifts. Thank you very much for that. But these right here, these ReadyWise Adventure meals, they don't last as long as the food buckets. But hey, I'm going to tell you, they last a good while as it is. They're non-perishable, so you can put them in your bags, your hiking bags, your camping bags, your bug out bags. All you do is boil the water. And I'm going to tell you, one of these packs, boy, I'm going to tell you, it'll feed about two people. It's got 2.5 servings, I think, in each pack. And they've got a great variety in some of these boxes. Recently, one of my buddies on here, on Clapper, Ignatius Riley, he went in to purchase some food buckets. So if you purchase one of these food buckets from us and something happens, because there's always glitches with different things, the discount code E29, TEN, if you use that, and it does not work, screenshot it if you're on Clapper and send it to me. Screenshot it, send me an email, get a hold of me, and I'll call my rep and we'll get some help there, and you can get that. We were able to get the link up and going. But again, ReadyWise.com, E29 TEN is your discount code, and you'll save 10%. And again, that helps us with what we do here. Then also, we're going to talk about Olight. That's one of our first affiliates. And I can't say enough good about these. You can go back in the video logs and see where I throw these in jars full of water, and we keep these things going. Heck, it's like a lantern almost, but I'm not going to tell you to do that. But I'm going to tell you, I've had success doing it. They've got tactical pins, tactical lights. They got bike lights. They've got solar lights. They got chargers for those lights. Hey, they've got you covered with light. And I'm going to tell you, my baton almost burned a hole. It's so bright, I almost burned a hole in my sheet. So you can probably use that thing as a fire starter. So go there, go to the olightstore.com and use discount code DB29 to save 10%, and you'll help what we're doing here with the Chaos Multicast. And then just when you go to Edge29, just click in those gear banners. Even if you don't buy anything, just tap that banner. You know, people say throw $1 in the plate at church. Hey, I ain't got a plate. I ain't really a church. I do a devotional. But if you want to help what we're doing and you want us to be able to keep putting that info out there, go to that website and tap that link. I'll get a buck just because you tapped it. And all it takes is going to the website, reading some articles. You ain't got to read the articles. You can just look at the pictures. We got pictures up of the family. We got pictures up from hikes. We got pictures of different gear. We've got different resources for you. You can even find my novel. I got a novel there, and you can find the link. You go into the navigation tabs up top, and you got a link to Down the Fall on Wattpad. It's a digital novel. It's got about 31 chapters, and yeah, it's got some misspelling because I was using one of those auto types on my thing and just put random words in there. But hey, it's a free book, and I hope you like the story. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I don't want to ruin it for you. But we're glad you were here. We thank you for coming in. We thank you for all the participation. We thank you for the gifting. Those of you that gifted, over the next week, we're going to be giving out this shirt. And if you're one of the top gifters that's helped us with these lives, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put your name in the running. We're going to draw it out. We're going to see who wins. So thank y'all. Thank y'all for coming in. We're going to end it on Clapper. Thank y'all, Clapper. Thank you, Clapper fam, for all of your support and all of your help. And thank y'all for your participation and your gifting. And we're glad to have y'all in here. You take care too, Slides. Good to see you. So I made a little bit of on that live. That was a good live. We thank y'all on TikTok. Thank y'all for coming in. Again, thank y'all for your support. I didn't say the prayer. I got my thing going there and I almost forgot to say prayer. We're going to say this, and on the recap, y'all can watch it. Pray with us. Dear Heavenly Father, I pray that you just bless all that have been in here. You bless all that have helped support what we're doing here at S29 Chaos Preparedness. We thank you for all those followers and all the people on these different apps we're on for coming in and participating and listening and becoming more prepared with the discussions we have. And we thank you, Lord, for all that you do, Lord. We thank you for all your protection. We pray your protection down on the Ukrainians right now. We pray your protection down in this country right now. In Jesus' name, we pray now, saying, amen. We thank you all. Thank you all for coming in. All right, so we've ended the live. We're going to be sharing out the recap. Hey, if you like what you're seeing, hey, share that recap out. Go on YouTube. Go on our Facebook page. You can find all those links on our website, s29chaos.com, and share these things out. We don't have a huge advertising budget. We don't have a lot of funding at all. We're just starting this thing up. But God is blessing. God is opening up doors. And if you feel like helping this thing get out, you want to help people get prepared, because we got a generation that's more unprepared than any before. If you want to help us with maybe getting the word of the Lord out, if you just want to support what we're doing on Sundays, hey, share this thing out. You may not have the money, but you do got a finger, and you can share that out to your socials. You can tell your friends about us, because word of mouth is a great advertisement. And you can also go to our merch store and purchase you a shirt if you like guns. If you like guns, we got you covered. Go get you a Whom Shall I Fear shirt, because the Lord will anoint you just like he did David in that sling. Happy Gun Production shirt, the happy demented little gun. If you got a happy gun at home and you want to support that happy gun and make people know you're proud of that happy gun, go get you one. Iron Wolf Distributors. You can go to s29chaos.com, and we got them right there on that scroll down page. It's kind of like a link tree set up to make it easy on you. Scroll down to Iron Wolf Distributors, tap that button, and go in there and buy a shirt from our merch store, and Dr. Kenny will get that out to you. And if you're a hunter, I shall not want for those that are hunters. But go check it out, folks. We've even got cups, we got tumblers, we got coffee mugs. You can get any of those images put onto a coffee mug, because I got a buddy, he got a coffee mug with a happy gun. So we thank you for coming in. Thank you for your support. Again, Rita, thank you. This is the first gift we've had come through HAP, so thank you. So, hey, share it out. Let's get some folks involved. Let's get some more support in here. Let's get some people sharing this out. We thank you all. It always takes longer.